Brig, frigate, brigate, whatever you call it, a big ship is getting added to Arcane Odyssey in the next update. I'm gonna go over it and its implications in this video. So the frigate was a ship originally planned to be added so that you could have trips to the Dark Sea, and recently it began development under another name, the Brig. Frigates are being pushed to a later date as they're still in the ship ideas list, but with the Brig beside it. If I was a frigate right now, I'd be offended having my job stolen like that. Disgusting. So what does the Brig bring to the table? Tongue twister. And saying just about everything should suffice, but it would make for an awfully short transcript. First off, the Brig has 12k base HP, that's 3 times what the Ketch has, which is an absolute game changer, compared to like a sailboat having 1200, a caravel having 2500, and a Ketch having 4000. Despite being this tanky though, it's still faster than the Ketch, having 75 base speed stat compared to the Ketch's 70. There's probably a much less exciting aspect of the ship, so oh well. One thing it does share with the Ketch is turning, painfully slow turning, 50 base. But everything else really does make up for it. Our big beautiful ship has 75% base stability, making reaching the threshold to not take damage from waves an easily surmountable goal. For reference, the Ketch has 50, and to get the 85 stability I have now, I used a Redweight crew for 5 stability, Edward Kenton for another 5, 2 stability deckhands for 6 more, and strong bronze framing for a whopping 19. With the Brig, you hardly have to put in any effort for that. A strong bronze hull and Edward Kenton would single-handedly bring you to 99. Now, despite mentioning the small upgrade in the base speed stat earlier, the Brig has much higher potential for speed. The Ketch only has 3 deckhand slots and the Brig has 4. That's potentially 7 more speed, and the Brig has a ram slot unlike the Ketch. You ever seen a clip with a caravel going absurdly fast with light ram? Imagine that with a ship with 20 plus more speed. Like I think you can get 29. Yeah, I'm gonna say 29. The Brig's ramming will also do more damage, boasting 600 base ram strength. Now, on the topic of firepower of this ship, it also has 12 cannons on each side, making for an obscene amount of firepower capable of one-shotting Ketches. Seriously, my bronze culverins can do like 560 damage with a heavy exploding shell each, making for a full volley capable of 6,720 damage with a Brig. Best bit is though, it'll be easy to hit massive amounts of cannonballs with there being 2 layers of cannons on the boat. The new addition with the Brig though is the siege weapon slots. Siege weapons are a new weapon for Brigs only, and I don't really know much about them. What I do know is in the patch notes, however. The only ones currently added at the time of writing this and recording it is the mortar, a drop from the seal chests. The Brig has 1 slot for these, and it'll be exciting to see what new types of things ships getting added in the future. Another standout feature is the captain's cabin on the ship. In the cabin you'll find a brewing cauldron, a cooking pot, a dual crafting table, and most groundbreaking in my opinion, a bounty board. The mobile brewing, cooking and crafting are cool, but there's a good chance they won't be necessary in a lot of cases. That bounty board will allow you to begin hunts from anywhere, which is an amazing addition for ganking people when it's unplanned. There's also a bed in the cabin which you can use to set your spawn on the ship, but other players can actually interact with it to prevent you from spawning there, which I think is a good approach. You also won't be able to respawn in there if your ship is in the Dark Sea, which is unfortunate, but there's no difficulty in the trips unless you're actually able to be sent back to the Bronze Sea if you die. Other cool little features are the fish tank, which you can use to display fish you've caught, and piles of treasure that'll appear in the cabin depending on how many galleons you've got. But if you can afford the Brig, you'll likely have a lot of galleons anyway. So, this ship, how much does it cost, you wonder? I'll cut to the chase, it costs 20,000 galleons. I'm sorry to tell you this, but it is what it is, simple as that. But if you want to get these galleons and don't know how, I can give you a few methods. The first and most obvious is cargo farming. Get your caravel or Ketch, borrow some money if need be, load the ship up with cargo from a revenge shipwright. Sell to Redwake, avoid conflict as you go, don't lose all that money, and tell Kenton to unload the ship unless you have a friend to do the cargo with, in which case do it manually. Getting 20k like this will only take a few hours, but it'll be really boring. Another method is ship farming. We just sink a lot of ships and open the seal chests. Not that difficult. Another method is stealing clan funds. You could also complain about the price and just use a Ketch permanently. Thanks for watching the whole thing. There's a picture of the Brig.